not here to tell you what to believe, but I'm here for you to use your mind. You know, people want to go back and forth with whether it's PBC, whether David Benavidez turned down the fight, whether it's Canelo or something like that. I have no dog in the fight because I've been seeing Canelo how I've been supposed to be seeing Canelo. And that is, I've never asked much of him, or I stopped asking anything of him at all, because I realize he's just on a level that's untouchable at this point. And you know, I'm not even mad at it. But like I always say, you can't negate common sense and deductive reasoning. Now, people want to talk about David Benavidez turned down the fight or didn't want the fight. The only thing I'm going to say to you, just like I said in the previous video before, how likely do you think that is? Being that that will be the biggest payday, that will be the most money that he will ever see in his boxing career, unless he becomes a mega superstar himself. Who turns down a Canelo payday? Nobody. Now, the only thing you have to do, people have a history. That's why they check your history and taxes. That's why they check your driving record. That's why they check your criminal record, because it indicates what you probably will do or what you're known to do. Now, when you look at the situation between PBC and Al Haymon, it's not a factor, I think, if PBC has the money. Obviously, PBC had the money or they wouldn't be able to get him over there. So this is what you have to look at. We have to look back at the DAZN situation. What was DAZN's problem with the Canelo Alvarez situation? What made him walk away from a $65 million contract that they were down to pay him at one point, and then got to a certain point where they didn't want to pay him? What happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. The same thing that happened in this scenario. The only thing you have to do is put them side by side. DAZN wanted input on the opponents that Canelo was bringing to them to fight in order to get that money. Okay? Have you guys forgot that? DAZN was not satisfied with the opponents that he was bringing to them. Okay? They said the same thing with the Yildirim fight. You know? Now, this is a guy, he fought this guy, which was his sparring partner, and coming off of a loss. Why would DAZN want to pay that? And they didn't want to pay that. And that's where the problem came into play. Now let's look at PBC. What do they want? They want a Benavidez fight, okay? But they don't want to have to overpay him for no Charlo or whatever else that they're trying to do. They have the money, but they don't have the money for that fight. That is the exact same thing that DAZN wanted. They wanted input on who he picks. Once they start pointing at people that Canelo feels uncomfortable with, he backs up and he walks away, just like his deal with DAZN. It's very simple to understand. It's no argument or back and forth that needs to be had. The proof is there for you. Okay? So if you're saying he left because they ain't had the money, well, DAZN obviously had the money and he left. Because what? They didn't want to approve the opponents that he was picking. Even Eddie Hearn came out and said, we need to pick some different opponents. That's when they was talking about fighting Andrade and all that other stuff. They needed something to move the needle. They lost money with Canelo. That's what people are not understanding. They lost money with Canelo. So now when it comes to the point with the PBC, you're still asking why? The proof is in the pudding. It's right there in front of your face. If you don't want to see it, it's because you don't want to see it. It's simple as that. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.